Now that we have remote access to our server, I'm going to show you a few things to configure on the server before you even get started with FileMaker Server. Now the first thing is going to be the time zone. So right click, do adjust date and time, settings, set time automatically. I'm going to turn off, set change date and time. We're going to choose we want UTC -5, which is Eastern time. We're going to adjust for daylight savings time. And yeah, there we go. So now that will save it 3:43 on 7/8, which is the correct date and time based on where I am. The next thing we're going to do is go into Windows Firewall settings. So to get there, you're going to go to the control panel through the Windows menu. You're going to go to System and Security up here, and we're going to go to Windows Firewall. So we're going to go to Advanced Settings for here so we can edit these settings. So in order to get FileMaker Server working, you need a few ports that are allowed to come into this server. So since they're allowed in, we're going to allow inbound rules. And we're going to create a new rule. We're going to go to port, because we want to allow ports to come in. These are TCP, and they're specific ports. So FileMaker requires 80, 443. These are separated by commas, 5003. And that's just to get started. It also wants 16,001, 16,002, I believe, for the admin console, but we're going to be doing the admin console local on this machine only. So for now, I'm only doing 80, 443, and 5003. Allow the connection. Domain, private, public. Name, I'm going to call this FileMaker Ports. And finish. So now that that's running on this server, the server has the ports necessary in order to connect. Now we want to go back to your control panel for this and modify the security group settings. So remember that we added this to a security group. It's in Launch Wizard 1. So if you look on the left-hand side of your control panel, you'll see that there's a security group setting in there. Here is Launch Wizard 1. Click on that to select it. Choose an inbound rule. And these are the inbound ports that are allowed on this server. So you'll see 3389. So if I forgot something, if I forgot a port, 3389 is used for ODBC. You can just quickly navigate back through Windows Firewall, Advanced Settings, Inbound Rules, find our FileMaker rule. Or it's all the way at the top, FileMaker ports. Under Protocols and Ports tab, you can see the ones we had in here. So 3389, and I'll just go ahead and add 16,000 and 16,001 since I saw those in my group as well. Hit OK. That saves that. That's good to go again. So back over here, you'll see that we have 80, 443, 3389, 5003, 16,000, 16,001. These are custom security groups. And you click on Edit, and it gives you this dialog to edit inbound rules. You can click Add a Rule, Custom TCP, put in the port that you need. So if you need to add 5003, you can do that. Now, a quick note on CIDR, IP, and security groups. 0.0.0.0/0 allows anybody to come in. So you'll want to, if you want to actually filter by, like, say, region, like you only want IP addresses from North America to be allowed in here, you can do that through these rules. So custom anywhere gives you the 000 thing, or my IP. So you can actually only allow your computer to connect off of one port, which is actually a good thing to do for, like, say, the admin console. Just choose my IP address. When you're done setting up those FileMaker ports in here, then you hit save as well. I'm just going to click cancel. Now what this does, this acts like your router. So if you were doing this as physical hardware in your office, you'd be setting up a router rule that says for incoming traffic for port 5003, send it to that server and allow it through. But since you don't have a router, this acts as your virtual router. So once you set up the ports here in your security group and on your server in the Windows firewall, you're ready to install FileMaker Server as far as ports are concerned.